Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Check up. 390. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Ready, hit. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. All day, punk. Hurry, hurry.
This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. Run it. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. 98, 98's the mic.
2nd down, McKinnon.
Here I come. Here I come.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Look out. 190. Push him back. 140. Easy, easy. Alert, alert. Check out. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 3, check 3. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You ain't going nowhere.
They'll try the air now with Luck. And he rifles one incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Buying time to his left. He's going to go deep for Funchess. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. from the guy that's Roethlisberger. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is fielded at the 27. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now McKinnon to start the drive. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Come on, D. Check.
Now a give. This is McKinnon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
We got this.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Getting the sense Charles are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come.
Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now a play fake, and it's Love. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3 at 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 40.
From the 41, Luck throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox, his tight end, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And with the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on?
Let's go!
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch the team.
On 1st and 10 is counted. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Like 5! 22, 44. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, McKinnon again. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
12. Switch it.
On 2nd down, McKinnon. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. To throw is Locke. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Blue 40. Watch the run. 12.
Running on 1st down with Ware. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Double dog. That's the way.
Play action. It's locked. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Second and 10, Luck again. Caught left side by Hilton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jerick McKinnon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14, Steelers nothing. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's going to launch it for Washington. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Steps away. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 24-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Here's McKinnon. Oh, he shifts past him. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That one good for 33 in the first.
Let's go.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happened?
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jarek McCammon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also...
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Boswell's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready?
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And an alley to run. He's got a 1st down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Escape situation. Hey, alert.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and we'll see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm coming.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
All day, every day.
So a dangerous pass over the middle of his zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Ware. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Switzer on the return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Running to start the drive is Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And zone, eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
He's crashing.
80 weapon.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Luck now to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten enough.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, with the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They got to go back out there and play.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got...
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Colts take over.
Come on, fellas.
At their own 25-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Tight end right. 3 down.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go deep. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Watch the end. 12. 50, march 50.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The tackle made by Derrick Kindred. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, backed up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Line of scrimmage to 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeout?
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe part of it is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Marlon Mack. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you're doing. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now Luck. Gets it to Funchess complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for the #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. In the backfield, standing alone on second and goal is McKinnon. They'll give it to him up the middle. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they coughed it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have new drills in practice all next week.
You.
They'll run on first down. Samuels. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45.
Hey, Zoo.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Pittsburgh, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.